Jordan may have hurt the league, fine, I can side with that. Not for the reasons you're articulating. Let me tell you something about Michael Jordan. He's going to be brutally honest.
Stephen A. Smith just dropped a bombshell, calling this upcoming season one of the most explosive in NBA history. According to him, Michael Jordan isn't coming back as a player, but as a voice ready to unleash raw truth about the state of today's league. And Stephen A. isn't just hinting. He's backing MJ all the way, even if that means putting modern stars, including LeBron James, under the spotlight. With Patrick Bet-David pushing for toughness and accountability, and Stephen a promising unfiltered fire, 2025 could be the year that shakes the NBA to its core. But the real question is, are today's players and fans ready for what Jordan has to say? Stephen A. sets the stage by predicting a landmark moment in NBA media history. He insists that when Jordan speaks, it won't be surface-level commentary. It'll be sharp, blunt, and unapologetically real. Jordan has watched this league evolve from the sidelines, and now Stephen A. believes is ready to expose what's gone wrong. This won't be sugar-coated. It will rattle cages, challenge egos, and force uncomfortable conversations. And with the league already under heavy scrutiny, Stephen A. warns us, the storm is coming, and Michael Jordan's truth bomb might just flip the NBA upside down.
Tell you something about Michael Jordan. He's going to be brutally honest.
Stephen A. doubles down, stressing exactly what kind of mindset Michael Jordan brings to the game. Jordan has never been one to sugarcoat, and when he speaks on basketball, it's raw, direct, and unfiltered. That means no one is safe. Players, coaches, teams, even league officials will be under the microscope. Stephen A. frames Jordan as the ultimate elder statesman, someone who has stayed quiet long enough and is now ready to speak his truth without restraint. This isn't about stirring drama. It's about accountability. The NBA has shifted drastically over the last decade, and many believe Jordan's voice is the one capable of resetting the standard. Stephen A. warns fans and players alike to prepare themselves, because a candid Jordan is bringing won't be easy to swallow, but it just might be exactly what the league needs.
Jordan, I know, when talking basketball, he is as candid as it gets.
Stephen A. isn't just predicting that Michael Jordan will speak. He's declaring that if Jordan stays silent, he'll personally step in. He even jokes about being in Jordan's ear, reminding him not to hold back. But behind the humor is a serious conviction. For Stephen A., this moment isn't simply about commentary, it's about responsibility. He believes Jordan embodies a standard the league has let slip, and if the greatest competitor in NBA history won't say it, then Stephen A. will. This dynamic between Jordan's legacy and Stephen A.'s voice could spark a cultural shift across the NBA. The mission isn't to tear players down, but to bring back the grit, accountability, and competitive fire that many believe has been watered down. And Stephen A. is willing to put his own reputation on the line, because in his eyes, the league desperately needs a wake-up call.
And I don't think that he's going to be shy about saying what he sees at all. For a fact, if he is, he's going to have to deal with me because I'm going to be in his ear telling him, oh, we getting shy now. That's what we do. That's what we do. That ain't the one I named him MJ.
When Patrick Bet-David suggests that LeBron James might have hurt the NBA, Stephen surprisingly agrees, but with a very specific take. He points to LeBron's decision to join the Miami Heat as the exact moment the league's competitive balance began to unravel. That choice, Stephen argues, triggered a domino effect where players stopped wanting to beat one another and instead started joining forces. The result? The birth of super team culture, which in his view weakened the spirit of head-to-head competition that defined earlier eras. Stephen A. makes it clear, this isn't a personal attack on LeBron's greatness. It's a cultural critique of the ripple effects his decision created. He fully respects LeBron's talent, but draws a sharp line between individual brilliance and the unintended consequences that reshape the NBA, and not necessarily for the better.
Hurt the league, fine, I can side with that. Not for the reasons you're articulating. Why? Is when he joined Miami.
Patrick Bet-David adds his own fire to the conversation, saying what he wants most is toughness brought back to the NBA. For him, this isn't about clinging to nostalgia, it's about accountability. He calls on Jordan to confront the habits and trends that have softened the game. In PBD's eyes, Jordan represents the last true voice of grit and competitive fire, the one figure who can restore balance to a league that's lost its edge. The rivalries today feel friendlier, the physicality is diminished, and too many players seem more invested in branding than in battle. That's a shift PBD wants Jordan to expose. And when his perspective is combined with Stephen A's energy, the result is a powerful call to action. The message is crystal clear. Jordan's voice still carries unmatched weight, and the NBA may need it now more than ever.
We see a level of toughness with the game coming back, and I hope he calls everybody.
Stephen A closes the debate by making his stance on LeBron James unmistakable. In his eyes, LeBron is the second greatest player of all time, a historic achievement in itself. But what frustrates him is the idea that refusing to put LeBron at number one automatically makes him a hater. For Stephen A, respecting LeBron's greatness doesn't mean ignoring his flaws or the ripple effects of his choices on the league. His position is balanced. His not anti-LeBron, his pro-truth. And in that truth, Michael Jordan still sits at the top. The passion in Stephen A's voice makes it clear this isn't about bias. It's about legacy, values, and what the game is supposed to represent. LeBron deserves admiration, but not immunity from critique. And if Michael Jordan finally decides to speak up, Stephen A promises he'll be right there, echoing and amplifying every word.
Is top 2 all time. Now, if you disagree, you disagree.
As the 2025 season approaches, everything points to a reckoning. Michael Jordan is expected to finally break his silence, and Stephen A. Smith will be right there, making sure the truth is heard loud and clear. From super teams to league culture to the never-ending GOAT debate, nothing will be off limits. Patrick Bet-David is calling for toughness. Stephen A. is demanding honesty. And at the center of it all, LeBron James. The only question is, what will Jordan say, and will it shake the NBA to its core? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to NBA Showdown for more explosive debates, inside takes, and legendary moments. We'll see you in the next one.